idea about your environment must be represented in music, in the arts. So in the arts.
So good evening from here in Nigeria, Nigerians all over the world, from wherever you're watching. Well, tonight I want us to look at something very critical. You remember that only a few days ago, Mr. Sowore came on air to say that that the simplest truth is that you cannot have a free and fair election in a country, Nigeria, for as long as we do not have for as long as a revolution doesn't take place yet. Yes, happy Sunday, people. So he's saying that for as long as revolution doesn't take place yet, we will not have free and fair election in Nigeria. I agree, but there's something that is also very important here. How does revolution happen? Is it revolution by ballot, or other known kind of or style or type of revolutions that are taking place all over the world before? Or does Nigeria want to have a special kind of revolution differently from what was known to the world? Okay, now let's face it. While Sowore is saying that we must have a revolution before we can have free and fair election in Nigeria, I am saying that even if we have a free and forget revolution, even if we have a free and fair election in Nigeria, do you think a Sowore can win under the present circumstance that Nigeria is? Innocent question here. Do you think a Sowore can win? Let's face it. Nigeria has 36 states of the federation, right? 19 of these 36 are they are northern states. It simply implies that those who are supposedly educationally disadvantaged, people who are not exposed, who can get message to sink, who cannot understand what you are saying, even if they understand the language, even if you speak in their language, they are totally already ingrained and engrossed in religion and everything around it. Do you think they would think and vote for? Do you understand it? Now, that is on one side. I want to ask a second question, and this is about the symbolism of what Nnamdi Kanu represents and what Sowore represents. I don't need to begin to go into the details anymore. Alright? Let me tell you, even if there's a revolution in Nigeria, it still doesn't mean Sowore will win an election. Alright? The reality, and at the same time, it still doesn't also mean that even without revolution, that Sowore cannot win election. And that is not to say that Sowore is calling for bloody revolution. No, he hasn't mentioned anything bloody. He is saying revolution in the, I think in the, because I don't know Sowore to be a bloody person who wants to suck blood. Alright, so I don't think he's calling for something that bloody, but I think he's calling for something of the mind, revolution of the mind, that people should wake up, open their minds, and thrust forward for what should rescue the individuals, the grassroots, and the national. Alright, now I want to discuss the context of Biafra and take it back. Please open your mind and let us do this together. Nnamdi Kanu decided to bring back again the fight for Biafra, right? That they want self-determination, or what some people call self-determinism, that they want to be on their own. I am not saying that is wrong, I'm not saying it is right, right? I'm just of the opinion that, see, if you want to face this thing, if you want to face it, do you think going our separate ways is the best? Or do you think all of us agreeing together to rescue this country from the hands of the people who have held it down for over 50 years is the way to go? While you are responding, I'm not going to open the line for call tonight. I'm just going to be doing, let's do live chat so that all of us can interact properly. All right? Now, if all of us go our separate ways, what are the benefits and what are the disadvantages? If we all are still together, what are the benefits? What are still the disadvantages? We are heading somewhere. All right? Now, I want to ask, do you think or not think that even the amalgamation of Nigeria, the joining together or the forcing together, which has now been called marriage of inconvenience, is not doing all of us collective problems? Another question. So that would mean that Nnamdi Kanu could be right to some extent, or Ojukwu was right, and then Nnamdi Kanu believes Ojukwu was right and has to finish it. That let everybody be on their own and develop at their pace. Because last time I checked, the local potentates weren't consulted with before the decision to coin the name Nigeria and to merge the regions together. What does this mean? Now, the name Nigeria itself alone, let us remember how it came up. Some people say it was Lord Lugard that named Nigeria. Others say it was Flora Shaw. But let's look at it. We heard that it was after a hot bout of sex between Lord Lugard and his girlfriend Flora Shaw that Flora Shaw got up and was like, maybe after Oxim. And they said, the people of the Niger area, oh Nigeria, oh Nigeria, Nigeria, and they started calling us Nigeria, meaning that the name Nigeria itself is a product of sexual iniquity. Alright? You have no input to what determined your name, no input to what determined your being together or the terms of union, and you are calling yourself one country. Now, the northern people, how many of you have driven in Lagos and these abokis are driving and they are riding their bikes and they are crossing anyhow? 2 days ago they broke my mirror, my windscreen, they broke it. Now I came down and they were begging. They now became like almost 20, and I'm like, what's your problem? You saw that this place is just too tiny for you to pass and you are squeezing yourself. Kini problem unyi? See, we are not all, we can't grow the same way. Let's not deceive ourselves. If all the same people in this world, in this country, vote for Duro Toye, or vote for Sowore, or vote for Mohalu, we are not enough in a democracy in Nigeria. Because the number of people who are not educated at all are more than us. And that's a problem. So Sowore Ewo, let me tell you, mi omorokwa, Sowore will grow old contesting. If Mohalu comes back, he will grow old, gray hair, contesting, still contesting. He will not get it. Durote will grow old contesting. He will not get it. And they are not doing it because they want to be president for selfish reason. No. They are all preaching almost the same thing. Let us have a country that is new completely. Which is not a bad idea. But let's face it for fact. Is it possible that all of us, if we reason in the same way, do you think we are more than the number of people who cannot reason, and no matter how much you talk? See, this is not a question of election is 1 month away. You go to Dara, you see Dara disrupted. You go to Kasina, you see the Kasina disrupted just by walking through the market. It will not work. Oh, it's a very serious thing. We are not thinking the same way. Omoyele Sowore is the problem, is the solution to Nigeria problem. Okay, fine. Me, I know. You know. You agree. But how will he get it? That is what we are talking about. How will they put him there? All these illiterate persons are more than us. Now let us go and discuss Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. Our characteristics are not the same. Imagine, let's not deceive ourselves. You know why I love the Igbo people? They are largely industrious people. They are not waiting for somebody to give them money before they take a decision. I'm not talking about the leadership or in their respective places, so no. The individual Igbo person is industrious and wants to do their own things by themselves on their own. They are so committed. They want to do their things, and the moment they believe in something, they want to do it. Look at the Biafra agitation. They will be the ones who want to fund it. Yoruba people will be waiting for whether Tinubu has sent money for them to mobilize. And guess what? Even these so-called Hausa people that we are talking about, guess what? The reality is that the Hausas, do you know what they do? They will, whether they are educated or not, whatever they are facing and they are doing it new. No matter how much you read campaigns, the Hausa people, except for few educated ones among them, the moment they are facing this is our direction, they are going that way. Igbo people, they are convinced already. They know where they want to go. They had been, see, Chino Achebe wrote there was a country. They already knew where they were going since. Yorubas don't know what they want. They are waiting for Tinubu to send money, to send bullion van, before they know whether they are mobilizing for one person in Daura that they also know cannot do anything. As we speak right now, I've not had the electricity in the past 2 days. They gave us electricity today. Oh. It didn't last up to 2 hours. As I speak with you right now, I'm still improvising power. Everybody is in darkness in Nigeria. Do you know what happened? They told us the electricity, the megawatt generation of power has reduced to less than 2,000 megawatts. And when Nnamdi Kanu calls Nigeria a zoo, you say it's not a zoo, that I should shut up. Is this not a zoo? I'm a Yoruba man, no. I'm not a Biafra, no. But I recognize that this is a zoo already. I don't realize and this is now zoo. Because the things that are happening here are not different from things that happen in a normal animal setting. Is this not a zoo? And you are abusing Nnamdi Kanu. This is a zoo. Baba has no idea what to do again. He has left the country. Private visit to UK. They never swear at me for second time. You don't tire. Do you know the problem I have with the Yoruba people, especially the supposedly educated ones among them? They go to school and come back, and they'll be justifying the problems in the country. Yes, they say, they will justify why I should be the person who has nothing to offer. They will justify it. We are them on Facebook. Many of them, they have stopped talking now. We can't hear them talk anymore. But in the build-up of the elections, you see them every day coming on social media, defending why it should be Buhari again, defending why it should be. Babash is supposed to be resting now. I can't imagine I have somebody as old as Buhari, and I'm still bothering him to go and be running up and down. I'll call him, Baba, come and rest. You even managed to do one time, you tried. Come and be sleeping. Let's be taking care of you. If we are responsible children, if I'm a child of Buhari, for instance, and I'm a responsible son, I'll not allow him go and do that second tenure. Look at him now. They are dragging him in the mud. He's now in UK because he has no power to do anything again. You are just forcing him. Kilo day. And our Yoruba brothers, because of Tinubu's 2023 ambition, Tinubu's selfish 2023 ambition, and the bullion van is giving you, you supported Tinubu to be mobilizing for a man who has nothing to offer anymore. The country is in total blackout as I speak with you right now. There's no where do you reside, and is there light? All of you Buhari people, where is the light? There's no light, no electricity. Everywhere is dark. And everywhere we are no longer hearing them speak. They are not talking again. Everywhere is total darkness. Electricity generation has drastically better. It has pokulumushes. It has grounded. As we speak, there's no electricity. My system will go off any moment from now. This light I'm improvising will go off any moment from now. Everything will go off any moment from now. See the way I'm sweating. No electricity. For the past 2 days now, if they manage to give it to you, 1 hour, 2 hours is off again. So we are now have to start scrambling to use it within. We will have to start targeting what time they are giving us electricity so that we can squeeze to use it. Is this not an animal farm? And you are still defending the problem. That is on one side. And all of this is because Tinubu wants to be president in 2023. That's all. So Tinubu needs to give Southwest to Buhari so that when it is time, Buhari will give him the North to join the Southwest that he has captured. And then he will now become president too. Yeah. Yaire and Jewa. And we are still defending. We are suffering and we are defending what Tinubu is saying because of his selfish ambition. So we don't deserve to live because of one Tinubu somewhere in Bodilo. There's no electricity. There's no power. People are hungry. Everywhere is just silent. It's quiet. And my Yoruba brothers are defending it because Tinubu was giving them bullion, sending bullion vans to them prior to election. Where are you taking the money to? Okay, you have the money now, you are spending it back to Tinubu and co. They will increase tax, they will increase this, they will and collect all the money back from you, and you will suffer for the next 4 years. Calculate how many 4 years plus 4 years plus 4 years that you have been collecting money in the build-up of election. See your age now. MC Oluomo, Tinubu to release the MC Oluomo. MC Oluomo has collected the money, he has given you peanuts. Where are MC Oluomo's children? Are we okay? MC Oluomo's children are not in Nigeria. They collected the money in your name. send their children abroad and start using you to cause problem. And after election, everywhere is quiet, darkness everywhere, insecurity, and so on. That's on one side. Let's come to religion. I thought religion was going to give us the alternative. But hey, they are all scammers. Pastor Adeboye was the person I respected the most before. That man is also a scam. Pastor Adeboye made me pray. Me Lord Badra in redemption camp. Raise your hands and first say, Father, every man that is responsible for the stagnation of Nigeria, if you have to move them out of the way, Father, take them out of me. I pray, sweat, because I know that is the biggest prayer you can pray for Nigeria. If all of us decide to pray that prayer, we will change this country. After that prayer point in August, Obasanjo gave Pastor Adeboye 20 billion naira import waiver redeem camp. They started building all sort of things. They enlarged that campground. By December, it was Obasanjo that they brought to come and preach to us before Adeboye mounted the pulpit. And you think I'm a fool? They make us come to church to come and pray. And because of our number, because they can gather as many people, they are using the number to negotiate money among themselves. And they will be telling us our own reward is in heaven. They will not wait to heaven to buy private jets. Where is the heaven? Are we that fool? Sorry, are we how many of us, 180 something million people, are we that all foolish? Shut there, anyone. So, for as long as you are still doing this democracy of how many people are voting for who and who, I'm not sure. I am not sure. So if let's talk about how these two young men, how these two, they are not young, but how these two men who have become already rallying points in their own respective ways can do something together. Because for me, let me tell you the truth. Okay, I didn't finish that story. Pastor Adeboye now made me in December, after they brought Obasanjo to come and preach to us. They now ask him to kneel down. We should stretch forth our hands to him and start praying. And the prayer points were looking like we were reversing all those prayers we said that God should take all the problems of Nigeria out of the way, even if they have to die. Pastor Adeboye now made me to be prayed, asked us to stretch forward our hand to him and begin to reverse those things. Short daily mini. Anyways, let's talk about our new options. There's an Nnamdi Kanu. Mm? There's an Nnamdi Kanu that is agitating for self-determination, right? And so somehow he has been able to rally Igbo people around himself. There's a Sowore saying, even if we don't break up, if we have responsible leadership, and he's also rallying people around himself. How about these two men can galvanize this effort, harmonize it, and see what we can do? Because, see, are you not tired? Are you not tired? Let's see how we can put these efforts together. Nnamdi Kanu's efforts. Because, left for me, individually, they cannot achieve it. Except we want to deceive ourselves. Under this present system, Nnamdi Kanu cannot get a referendum for the determination of Biafra. It's not possible. And under this system too, a Sowore cannot win presidency with the largest number of illiterates in the north. It cannot. It cannot. So what we can do as an option, right, is let us have an Nnamdi Kanu with his own rallying, option, bring people together, the Igbos. If they can achieve a Nigeria that is free from these people, maybe a Sowore presidency can say, the constitution should allow for self-determinism. Then that is the only way an Nnamdi Kanu and the Ojukwu people can achieve, because under this system it is not possible that to get a referendum, Nnamdi Kanu will for a very long time not be able to step into Nigeria. But if they bring all these efforts together, first of all, achieve a Nigeria that is under a sane leadership, maybe like a Sowore leadership. A Sowore can say, yes, I agree with self-determinism. Let us have a referendum. If the country is so good, even Igbos may not even wish to go again. The reason Igbos want to leave is because the country is not in their favor. Everybody feels marginalized. So I know they are fighting for different things, but if it can be possible that we then prioritize what they are fighting for, let us first of all achieve a country that is under a sane leadership. Then we can throw up a referendum. I don't know if somebody understands what I'm saying. Then we can throw up a referendum. But under this kind of system, we can't have a referendum, Nnamdi Kanu. It's not possible. But if you can rally your people who are agitating for independent Biafra behind one person who is sane, who understands what self-determination or self-determinism is, if you have a country that is free, first of all, we can have free Arewa, we can have free Oduduwa, we can have free Biafra. If you so wish, it's a question of referendum. Just one thing, referendum, which is not possible under this kind of system. I'm not talking about bloody revolution. I'm talking about what can be achieved. Let Nnamdi Kanu, for instance, rally his people to install a sane leadership in the country. If there's a sane leadership, first of all, then we can talk about referendum. Referendum is not bloody revolution. I hope you are getting it. Referendum is not bloody revolution. We don't have to lose people. I'm not asking people to take up arms. I'm just talking about referendum. But Nnamdi Kanu is dividing his own people in independent agitation for Biafra. Sowore is looking at how he can harmonize everybody for a better country. So how about we prioritize it, better country, and then if the country is good, we can then roll out the drum, say let's discuss maybe referendum. I bet you many Igbo, if they see the country is good, if they see that the country is good, do you know what they would do? They may not even want to leave this country again. By the way, I don't see anything wrong if I'm a Nigerian and a Biafran at the same time. There are Nigerians who are also Americans now. Dual citizenship is not a bad idea, if you ask me. And I'm rounding off already. So if you're joining late or you are playing back, alright, you can always drop your comments. I want everybody to have an input. Whatever you feel, say it. Alright? So that's just what I want to ask you people to think about. Let's ponder it. Nnamdi Kanu cannot achieve it alone. Sowore cannot achieve it alone. Maybe there's an outside person who is also leading something similar to it. They cannot all achieve it alone. Alright? So if those people agitating for Biafra because they feel marginalized can rally their people around the national cause, first of all, let us achieve this country under a sane leadership, then we cannot begin to think, okay, do we want a referendum? Because you can achieve a referendum under this kind of system. So you just be wasting time and all of you will grow old for no reason. That's all I want to say for tonight. I'm running out of power. I'm running out of power. My laptop is going off, my camera is going off, everything is giving me sign already. So thank you so much, everybody. That's just put your comments in the box so that all of us can see what we have to see at the end of it. Thank you so much, and it's a wrap for tonight.
The way, Kalakuta Republic, you show us his name. Go to Becky, the gun like a cola, they be toast. Straight out to the year, like it everybody toes. You show us the folly, you show us the scripture, you taught us the grinding, you taught us the molding.
So I think, as far as Africa is concerned, music cannot be for enjoyment. Music has to be for revolution. Really.
Father of Afrobeat, Olufela, mo fun we 20 closer. Anytime I light it up, the shit is moving closer. I want it